Hello everyone. How's it going? How's it going? I'm Sariel Nero, and today we are here with Lavii Bakeneko and Enderdasher. You guys want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, you can go first.
Yeah, I'm on the left. I'll go first. Yahoo! Good morning, everyone. So I'm Lavi. I'm from Bon Levy and in Irium and YouTube and Twitch, and I'm everywhere. I started Royal Dawn with Ender a little while ago, and we're going to talk to you guys about it today.
Yay, Royal Dawn, it's the concert club. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm Enderdasher. I'm your cat girl boss of Debut Factory, a small VTuber business that focuses on indies and small creators in the space. So yeah, we promote new debuts, small VTubers, even a few big ones here now, but we focus on a lot of other VTuber creators, and we hype them up, and we do large-scale VTuber projects. We currently have a magazine, a concert, a TCG, and more coming in the future, such as merch and merch boxes. So yeah,
much.
I'm the cat girl. I'm putting too much on my plate. But hi, I'm Enderdasher. I'm the, I guess you could call CEO of Debut Factory. I'm the head of it all, and here is Lavii. She is one of my staff members, debut staff, and now we are both the hosts of the Royal Dawn, a Debut Factory, a VTuber concert club. So the Royal Dawn Concert Club is a concert based around beginners and other small VTubers in the space. So what we are doing is we are uplifting new singers and other V idols. So we're giving a chance for those to shine who may have not been given a chance before, but now we are helping others build their portfolios and shine. So it is nice to meet you all.
I love that so much because you were just like, I'm feeling nervous, and then you walk in, you're like, here is my resume. You were so professional, so prepared. I
I
love
knew
that
she would
so
be.
much.
Yeah, no.
I have lots of practice. I've interviewed like 80 VTubers now.
All right, so before we get into all the Royal Dawn stuff, I would like to know from both of you how and why you got into content creation.
For me, I was sick a few years ago for like month. It was pretty bad. My partner put on a holo live stream to keep me company while he worked because I had to be home alone. I didn't like VTubers at the time, and I thought the idea of VTubers was cringe, but Gura kept me company. She's still my Kamiyoshi. I had a period of time shortly where I was basically doing nothing with my life, and I decided to become a VTuber as a hobby. I had been a streamer before. I had little success, but VTubing was completely new to me. I wanted to brighten people's lives in their darkest moments, like Gura did for me. And I feel like, especially recently, I feel like I'm getting there, and it makes me very happy.
I
Yeah, that's
love that.
awesome.
That's so great. Also, I have a similar thing where I didn't understand the whole VTuber concert thing
Mhm.
because I was like, why are people paying for tickets? Why are people so hyped? And then somebody gifted me a ticket to a Mori Calliope concert, and the whole show of all of that, I was like, okay, I get it. Even just sitting
You
at
get
my
it
computer
now.
watching that, I was like, holy shit, that was amazing. I get it. But that's great. What about you, Ender?
Hi, yeah. So Debut Factory started as a magazine. It was digital only. So when V Rising Volume 1 came out, it was a digital only zine. It only had 5 indie VTubers and one group that unfortunately does not exist anymore. Actually, I think half the cast on Volume 1 isn't around anymore, but how I got into it was I was always a digital artist. I had done illustration up until college. I went to art school for illustration. So I did illustration for 4 years, and in my third and fourth year, I had did a Genshin magazine, like one of those fanzines that you see kind of going around. I'd always loved fanzines. I had gotten into them. Unfortunately, my Genshin zine wasn't very successful. It crashed and burned. I was like the head of it. I was the project lead. I didn't lead very well, and then I was like, well, maybe I should be in a more low stakes environment. And then somewhere in my fourth year of college, I'd gotten into VTubing, and I was like, whoa, I can be an anime girl on the internet. So I had gotten into that, and I was like, well, how can I contribute to the space? I don't really want to live stream. I don't quite have the tech for it. And I was like, well, why don't I do a magazine for them? I did a magazine before, so I was like, oh, I know how to do it. I know how to make it. I have InDesign, I have the whole Adobe package. So I just went right into it and did my first digital one. It was a good low stakes environment to practice my zine skills. I had assumed I would stay in zines forever, but I never got onto other fandoms, and VTubing kind of just stuck for me. And I was like, well, we're doing the magazine. Why not do other projects? So I'd done concerts, TCG, and a bunch of other stuff that ended up hugely successful, at least in my eyes. We have a lot more eyes on my VTuber projects than I had ever done on my illustration or fandom zines, so I'm really happy with the way it's turning out for me. So yeah, DB Factory's kind of just growing. I rebranded after a little while. You won't be able to find my old logo anywhere, but it was after I rebranded, I decided to take it seriously, starting from volume 2 of V Rising. I was like, well, I really like doing these magazines. Why don't I keep selling them, doing them, and it can be a consistent project? So that's why I do 3 a year now, and now other projects in between. So I am trying to kind of make this work, and yeah, I won't say I'll ever take it full time, but if it could be a part-time gig or a side hustle, that would be great. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into content creation. I'm still an illustrator, I'm still a digital artist, but yeah.
First of all, mad respect for digital artists at all. I talk about a lot that I used to do a lot of painting, and then when I was like, okay, digital art can't be that different, I am garbage. I am so bad at anything. Like, I go straight back to first grade stick drawings when it comes to digital art. It just blows me away, anybody who's able to do that. That's crazy. And I think it's just so visionary. Also, you make me feel ridiculously old. So the word that you keep saying, I've seen it spelled, and I still don't know how to say it right. It's just the end of magazines, right? Zines.
Zine, Z-I-N-E, oh, zine.
Zine. Okay, so you said that to me a couple times, and I was like, I really need to look this up because I have no idea what you're talking about. And I was like, oh,
Zine.
that makes sense. I got it
Yeah.
now. And then I was like, I could feel my bones turning to dust as I looked it up. Like, every time I have to Google something that someone's saying, I'm like, oh, there goes more of my joints.
Zine. Yeah, no, everyone keeps saying Zine, and I'm like, no, it's Zine because it's magazine. It's not magazine.
Yeah.
Magazine. Why does everyone keep saying
Thank you,
Zine?
Valor. That's how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, Valor, no.
Zines really aren't a thing in the VTubing sphere, so I guess that makes sense. It's more of a fandom thing. Like, yeah.
So
Zines
that
have
makes
actually-
sense.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, it
I
makes
stayed
sense that
off the
people
internet
wouldn't be
all my
familiar with
life
the word.
until I
Yeah.
was in VTubing. So, like, I had to make social
Zines-
media to be a VTuber. So I'm not familiar with most of that.
Fair.
Mhm. No, zines are actually kind of old. They come from like punk rock concerts. You would make little booklets with a single piece of paper, and you would fold it 4 times to make an 8-page booklet. You would staple it, you would draw on it, and you would just hand those out for free at little punk rock concerts. That's the
so
origin of
fun.
zines and booklets. Yeah, that's the origin of them. And then they commercialized, of course, like everything else in this world. And then a bunch of fandoms decided to do big productions with hundreds of pages, full-colored illustrations, hundreds of contributors, plus merch. Up to 60 pieces. There's a lot of big zines out there, so... There's a lot of fanzines that are huge now and recurring, and there are whole productions. Actually, a lot of people don't know about the current fanzine space. It's super small. It's a little cliquey, I'll say that. That's why I never stayed in it. It's a little bit cliquey now and kind of hard to get into if you're not in the know, but, they're fun. It's a good space to be in. And I was like, oh, well, VTubers don't have one. So I became the first physical VTuber magazine. I'm the first ever one, so... yeah, it's fun, and I'm doing something new, which I love. I love being able to provide something new to a space that's seemingly only digital, but giving something physical and tactile is super amazing, and it's super awesome.
I feel like I missed out because the only thing I ever get at concerts is like bruises and sweat on by a bunch of people. Like,
Right.
like I went
I'm
into like,
trying
oh,
to-
look what I brought home from
yeah.
the concert, and it's like random bruises that I don't
Yeah.
know where they came from.
True. I'm trying to go see Baby Metal later this year, so I feel that.
Oh, that's so fun. I love that.
My last concert that I went to was Tenacious D. So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I get it.
Oh,
I
that's
get
so
it.
cool. The last one that I went to was the main with Say Anything. Golly. That took way too
Oh,
long to
okay.
figure out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, but again, it was just
Hmm.
also okay. So my wife was like 8 months pregnant, and I was like, "Are you sure we should do this?" And concert people can be very lovely. The hilariousness of like
Yeah.
she wanted to be at the front of the stage and she was gonna be there, and me and a bunch of strangers made like a protective barrier around the 8 month pregnant woman standing at like the front of the stage.
Oh, I'm not shocked. I sometimes use a wheelchair, sometimes use a roller out in public because I have chronic health issues. One of my favorite concerts, I was out there with my like mobility device, and they put me out front, and it was so much fun. It's so much fun experiencing a concert that way.
It's great. So we are going to get into one of
Yes.
the main reasons we even did this, which is explain what Royal Dawn is for the audience, please.
Okay, so I'll go first. To me, Royal Dawn is a continuation of my philosophy that everyone can thrive in the VTubing space together. It's a boost for those trying to get into the performing space and build their portfolios. We plan on this being a series so that we can help as many VTubers as possible. Royal Dawn was designed with fairness towards new performers in mind, so people who don't usually get a chance. If you're one of the chosen performers in a concert, you're given production assistance from me, which can be one-on-one if you need it, and I literally take time out of my schedule and sit down with you and give you whatever you need. Merch assistance from Ender, who has tons of experience doing merch for Debut Factory. We handle marketing, social media. You just have to share the posts, so it's super simple. The process is very painless, as painless as it can be.
Yeah, we're trying to provide a new space for like beginners as well as people with less concert experience. So of course the core of Debut Factory is smaller creators, power in smaller creators. That's kind of my motto now. We're focusing more on people who don't have a lot of experience and people who want to grow and kind of maybe take this a little bit more seriously. So
Exactly.
the core of Debut Factory and Royal Dawn is I'm always looking for people who can put in the effort. I love working with people who put in a lot of effort into their content and their journey. And this doesn't have to be, you want to make this a full-time job. This can be people who promote more, make their own graphics, and help out with the back-end production of, the projects that they're on. For example, I have a few talents who make their own promotional graphics when they're retweeting me. So I think that's always great when we get talents who put in the effort and go the extra mile. I always love seeing that. So it doesn't have to be spending money. It can just be more of your time. So, of
Hi,
course,
that's
Royal
me.
Dawn, hate to see you. Royal, Royal Dawn is an extension of that philosophy. I'm always looking for people that work hard. Always, always, always. I'm keeping a mental list, so it's growing. There's a lot of talented and hardworking creators out there. Talent does come from hard work. I am
So if
always
you're
looking for
making
the
a
people
list
who
and
can
you're
put in the
constantly
work.
checking it twice, are you in fact VTuber Santa?
VTuber Santa. I'd love to be. Don't give
So
me more ideas to do.
a couple things on that. One, I immediately had that imposter syndrome because you reached out to me for the magazine and you're like, people who put in the effort, and I'm over here like, I'm a failure. I don't know why are you even talking to me? If you're like, oh, passion and hard work, and I'm like, man, I'm just trying my best.
That's the
I
word
think
I'm
that's
looking
great.
for.
You know what's funny? I had such imposter syndrome, I didn't want to reach out to you. So it was mutual.
Okay, and I explained as soon as you reached out, I'm like, yes, I would love to, but I have that whole thing where I don't, once I consider people friends, I don't like
Mhm.
to feel like I am abusing those relationships by being like, let's make content, which is like, I know it's dumb because that's literally how a lot of people do it. They're like, hey, I like this person, we should do something together. But my side, I'm like, I never want people to think that I'm like, I only like you because we can do things together. So like, I have this weird, like, once you're considered a friend, I almost refuse to ask you to do things with me. But yeah,
But
it
we're
was,
content creators.
I know, but I try to build that wall because I always worry about it's sort of why like I don't befriend people at my IRL job because I'm like, nope, I don't want to muddy any of these waters. I will
That's
see you
actually super
between 9
fair.
and 5 and then I will not
Yeah.
talk to you.
I think everyone can feel that way about their own like 9 to 5. Like I
Yeah.
go to mine and I'm like, yeah, I'm nice to people. I'll go home and be an anime girl with the real people.
Absolutely. Oh, it's just it's so much fun. I love that. I love the entire idea of Royal Dawn. It was really fun seeing all of it coming together. I'm gonna go ahead and I know I have this a little later, but I saw it when you guys were asking for people to apply and become parts of it. And that's how I met Lavi is I was like, "Hey, I have like zero experience. I love singing, but I am garbage. I'm trying to learn to mix." That has been a nightmare because on top of not knowing technically what to do, I just have to sit there and listen to my voice all the time. And that is a nightmare and a half.
I
So
feel that.
I was talking to Lavi about it, and I was like, "I'm gonna go ahead and apply." But then inside the application, it was like an unedited clip of you singing from like stream or something that's not like heavily edited and mixed and everything. For all the karaoke I have done and the random singing, I've never clipped any of that. The only clip I have is me awkwardly rapping. And so I was like, that's all I got. And I just like sent that and was like, you know what, I would deny myself too, because it's the most awkward, just me, no beat, no anything, just rapping. And I was like, that's not
Yeah.
even my talent. My talent set isn't rapping. That's just the only thing close to singing that I had clipped when I was like, oh, I guess I'll just send that in.
Mhm. Well,
And it
maybe
was
that's
so
something
funny.
that maybe that's something that I can help you out with. Maybe we can figure that out, because I definitely want to, because you've been so supportive of our community and stuff. I definitely want to have you have like a fair chance and everything, right?
Oh, it's
Um
fine. I
yeah.
understand where my strengths lie, and putting my singing forward is not it. That's
Yeah.
that's the other thing is you were talking about how we try to make it as like painless a process as possible,
Mhm.
and I was like, you say painless, but regardless of how much hope you give me, I still have to listen to myself sing at the end of the day, and that's where all the pain
That's
is.
fair.
So
I feel the same way. I have voice dysphoria, so like I've done a lot of work with a vocal coach. Even after all that work, all that time, all that money, it's still really hard some days.
it's a big joke in my community, but
Yeah.
I don't think that people who aren't constantly editing their own stuff, whether it's singing or videos or whatever, can understand. It's like how I get through it is just a huge dose of dissociation. Like I
Yeah,
just have to be
no,
like, that's not
really.
me. I'm just editing this video. That voice isn't me. That person isn't me. That's like past me, and that's a different person.
Yeah.
And so like the brain just shuts off, and you're just like, nope, that is not. I'm not listening to my own voice. I'm just listening to a video and editing it to make it better.
Yeah.
So there's a whole lot of that. I
Mhm.
recently, which is why I sort of like have taken a step back and I'm trying to learn more. I was trying to put together a cover I was working on, and I had it.
Mhm.
It was almost perfect. Like it was almost ready. I had everything set up, timing like timed and all of that, and I just needed to do some of the vocal mixing. And then I was like, you know what? I don't like this breath right here. I'm gonna cut that out. And then I deleted the whole thing. And I was just like, nope, nope, I'm done. And so I
Oh,
just like I haven't gone back to it yet because I was just so pissed. I was like, I'm
that's
done.
so
I'm
fair.
I'm
I've done
done.
stuff like
It's
that
like the
before.
song was almost done, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm just gonna walk away from it for now.
Bro didn't even
No.
control Z.
No, yeah, no, I
No.
was so no, okay. I realized okay, that was a multi-step anger. Is that happened, and I was like, no, and I got angry and I shut the program. And then I was like, I could have just gone back. So it was just multiple levels of like, man, I
Yeah.
tripped at every step of
I
that
feel
process.
that.
Oh, but I want to know from both of you. You sort of covered it in what it is, but what really drove you to take that step of being like, okay, we're doing this. We are making Royal Dawn.
I love talking about this because one of my insecurities is I really hate being a selfish person. Part of it was selfish. Part of it was that I was tired of seeing myself applying for opportunity after opportunity only to get denied. And I know that other people feel the same way. Portfolio work and experience is so important in the performing space, but there's very, very few people who will allow you to get that experience. You can do covers, you can do karaoke all day long, but that's not performing experience. That is completely separate. That's not a concert, and it can get you in there, but it's completely different. It's very separate. I wanted to create opportunities for myself while also supporting lots and lots of other streamers because, my philosophy is that we can all thrive together. And that's where Debut Factory approached me with the idea of Royal Dawn. I'm actually in my first IRL concert today.
Yes, I'm
I'm
so
in Corey
excited.
Ojo's concert.
Last one, huh?
The experience that I gained from Royal Dawn really helped boost me. Like, I feel the experience that I've gained from creating concerts for not myself, but like other people as well, have really helped me level up as a performer.
Mhm. As well as hosting. You're getting like a lot of hosting experience.
Yes.
And a lot of that leadership.
I want
So
to give you the shout out. I appreciate you.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make things really weird for just a second, so just bear with me. I've been listening to your answers and watching, and it's I promise probably the weirdest thing that's gonna get said during this interview. I love the way that your mouth moves, Lavi. It's so cool watching.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fantastic, and I know that's out of context a very weird thing, but I love that. It's fantastic.
That's such a VTuber thing to say.
I know.
I think one of her
my model
performers
was
liked it.
let me shout out my model dads. So Davi made the artwork, and then Sora Reedon made the rigging. Davi's actually making my Offkai outfit for the Debut Factory booth.
That's so
Yes,
fun.
okay.
That's so fun. So,
Yeah.
is there
To answer
anything?
your
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, you're right.
No,
I
you go
got
ahead.
stuck on Lavi's mouth and couldn't. I didn't let Ender answer. Ender, how would you
No,
like
sorry,
to
sorry.
take the subject off of that?
So, this is gonna sound a little heartfelt, but I see Lavi working really hard, on her brand, on her IP. She's
Aw.
doing a lot in VTubing. When I see people working so hard in VTubing, and if I know them, I try to match that. I'm seeing Lavi work really hard, and now she's trying to extend it to my brand. So I'm meeting her halfway, if not a little more than halfway, because,
Yeah.
I don't mind supporting her and funding this project and doing what I can to help support her. So, again, back to my motto, if I see you work hard, I will match that and I will meet you halfway. And so I see Lavi work so hard. She's doing so much. So I just want to, help her. So I'm kind of doing a lot of this for her. It is for me. I never envisioned myself doing a concert, but I think it fits the Debut Factory brand really well. And I really like the galactic theme I made up. When I drew the logo, I actually had the logo in my mind for like a month, and then I finally kind of offhandedly drew it, and I was like, this is perfect. Let's go with this theme. It matches Lavi's, brand. It matches mine. Debut Factory. So I was like, oh, maybe Lavi will like it. I'll meet her halfway. And she does concerts too. So, if she wants to do it, we can do it together.
Cat girl mode eventually.
Eventually.
It was supposed to be in January, and then I got pneumonia, and I also had like the flu right after, and it was bad. And I keep saying it'll happen eventually. It's my personal project, so I don't mind putting it off so that other projects can take the forefront.
I think that as somebody who's like me is one of the most inspiring parts about it is seeing you guys put yourself out there to help other people, because I am very much like I love helping other people. Anybody that I interview, I'm always like, hey, if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know, reach out, this was great, all of that. But that's so different than the way you guys are so just outwardly, like I said, putting yourself out there to help other people. I think that's fantastic. As an extremely private person, like you saw, there's a lot that I wouldn't have done even involving you guys had you not taken the first step and been like, hey, you want to do something? So I love that. I feel like you guys are doing a lot for the streamer space, just in the positivity realm, as well as giving people experiences and the ability to do things they wouldn't be able to do on their own. I think that's great.
I think giving back is just one of my core things, especially considering 2026. It's been a year.
Nah.
I think that I think that I've always been a person who gives back to the people who, support me. I think that this is just another step of that. I think that it's also helped me come out of my shell a little bit and meet new people.
That's always the scary thing. I
You
love
wouldn't
people
believe this
so
about
much.
me, but I am incredibly shy.
I love people so much, but people are also the scariest thing.
People are scary.
I think for me, about giving back, Debut Factory is built on the creators I work with. Debut Factory wouldn't exist if the creators didn't want to originally work with me. You know, for example, for Volume 1, I got a single applicant. You know, I had to reach out to creators to get people on my page, on my project. You know, Debut Factory wouldn't exist without all of you supporting it or being on my project. Debut Factory is about you guys and, you know, uplifting you guys. And I'm willing to put in the work. I can do all the work I can, but none of my following, none of my projects would exist without the work of, you know, the talents. You know, you guys and Lavii being on my projects.
Yeah.
It's all about you guys and what you want, so.
Yeah. I mean, I started as a V-Rising affiliate.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and that's a really great way to get into, you know, doing work with us, is starting small, being like an affiliate or something. You even get like the PDF of the magazine for free. Like it's really good.
I'm making PDF free for everyone now, but I do give.
Oh,
I'm gonna start to
nice.
give free physical copies to affiliates in the future.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
nice.
you know, if anyone wants to start with Debut Factory, you know, become our affiliate, and then you'll become a main feature, and then go from there. So we have a lot planned behind the scenes. You know, Lavii, I won't spoil it just yet, but we do have a lot behind the scenes. You know, bigger opportunities for creators we've worked with a lot in the near future. So, you know,
So there's a lot going on.
Yeah. I'm doing way too much, Lavii. Stop me from working. Stop.
I'm trying.
Yeah, it wouldn't be possible without the hard work of the creators and the talents as well. So, you know, I'm giving back to you guys who work hard. So, yeah.
I really feel for what you were saying there, especially with the, like, this wouldn't happen without the people we're working with. Because I feel that a lot. I get told, like, oh, your interviews are great. And even by the people I'm interviewing, they're like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. You made it really easy and really streamlined. I'm like, okay, but you have to understand, especially when you're working with people, and I'm sure you've seen this too, the more that the person you're working with is set up, the easier it is to run with things. So, like, the best interviews I've had have been with people who were really easy to work with and really, like, had that going for them. So it really is a thing of, like, no, I may be able to, like, put in the work of, like, the interview thing, getting everything set up, doing the graphics for promoting it and stuff like that, but I'm only even able to do that because I have cool, fun people to interview.
Yeah, I agree. It's all about the talents, you know, you have to be talented
Absolutely.
first. So, yeah.
Lavii, it's been bugging me. What kind of flower is in your hair? Because I know it. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't. What kind of flower do you have?